Welcome everyone to Decoding Liberal Studies with me, your friend, your mentor, and your guide, Sanika Mate. And we are here to understand a new stream which is complete. It's not completely alien, but compared to, in the couple of years, it is something which is kind of booming. People want to understand, and people have understood the value of liberal studies. Okay. So every one of you must have, while you were looking at the career options, कि मैं commerce लूं, मैं arts लूं, मैं science लूं, somebody must have kind of, just mentioned liberal studies to you. Okay. Today, our session is nothing but to understand. One of you, while signing up for the registration, did mention or did ask this question that what is liberal studies? Okay. We would I would let you know what exactly liberal studies is and try to explain it in the most simpler format. So let's start. So decoding liberal studies. Now, what is our agenda today? Okay, so what I would be doing for you guys is I would be explaining to you what liberal studies is. We would understand the top universities and their requirements. I have also listed down the university list, which is the liberal study universities or colleges which offer liberal study as a course. We would understand the top universities and their admission process, which is a little lengthier than a normal university. Like if I say normal, when I would refer to the top BBA ones, which is the NMIMS or Symbiosis. Okay. And also how IMS would be able to help you out with these particular admission processes, apart from the test prep, what you do. Okay. So I have divided this whole session in four parts, making sure that things are much more easier for you. So let's start with the first question what we have, which is what is the concept of liberal studies? Okay. So liberal studies is not something which is new in India. It has been there from the very old time. If you would have heard about Takshishila or those old universities, Indian culture mein, all these universities had nothing but a format of liberal studies, which would mean that you become a jack of all. What exactly liberal study does? It is basically a stream which focuses on not only you focus, like in a normal scenario, what you do, you enter a commerce stream, and what you do 7 subjects, और वो 7 subjects आप पूरे साल भर पढ़ते हो. Okay, there is no difference, there is no, like, उसमें science involved नहीं होता है, arts involved नहीं होता. Here, what you learn is humanities. So you get the option of doing art, music, theater, literature. So all you artistically inclined people, even writing for that matters. If you are if you are a person who likes reading and want to get into creative writing, this is something which would help you because it will allow you to balance. So what liberal studies does is it provides you a little aspect of humanities, a little aspect of social science and natural science, and it merges everything together. So it means that you don't study a particular stream at once. So you can study music with that you can possibly take economics. You can take physics, with that you can possibly take theater, or you can have physics with history, or political science with chemistry or biology. This gives you this gives you an opportunity to widen your horizon and learn what you want to do. Mathematics, computer science, performing arts, and much more is also coming under the umbrella, which means fashion designing, it means mass media. Everybody here who are just looking at doing journalism, mass media, this is also one of the options which is available for you in liberal studies. Now, what exactly you get out of it? Why it is becoming popular in India? The reason why it is becoming popular, because firstly, it the study pattern, the way they teach you is very different. It's more practical rather than being very theoretical. Right now, I'm sure whatever you're learning is very theoretical. जो पढ़ाया जाता है आप वो पढ़ते हो, and that's what you write it down. But with liberal studies there is no standard concept of of what you would learn, because it's you who would choose the subject, and what you enhance because of you widen your horizon. You understand, you become more, you understand more analytics, how to solve a problem. You become more aware of the society. You understand, you get a better judgment, because you are understanding different aspect and different perspective of the things you like, because that's what you're following. And that's how you become better in terms of even decision making. That is the reason why liberal studies at this point in time is growing very much faster. At the same time, students prefer going for liberal studies. Why liberal studies? Okay, firstly, because there is no fixed concept in terms of कि commerce लिया तो banking ही मिलेगा, science लिया then you can get into the other stream. It doesn't stand here anymore, because of which it is easier for you to go with the diverse careers. So in case if you want to do, for example, if you are very keen on performing theater but you also want to have a safe side, you can have economics with it. Now, as an economics graduate, you would always be able to get a good opportunity, where it will be safer. Normally that's what traditionally we look at. It is much more safer. You can follow what you want to. So in case if you want to do finance, economics and finance, okay, with that or any other options, you can always choose, you can combine. It's like a buffet. You can just choose whatever you want, and that's what you can do. You develop your critical thinking, because it's looking at a lot of perspectives. It is looking at more practical approach when it comes to thinking, where you would not really be bounded in a class. There are so many classes which happens, right outside in a garden or possibly in an amphitheater. This kind of, this openness gives you an approach towards life, and that's what exactly liberal study does. Now, what I'm right now giving you is an example of one of the top universities we have in India, which is Ashoka University, and how it works. Okay, to break it down in a simple manner, when you enter any university which is offering you liberal studies, the first year is the foundation course. The foundation course would mean this is a very limited number of programs which are being listed, but you would get the opportunity to choose any seven. Now, you can choose, for example, mind and behavior, great Indian civilization. You can choose any seven of your choice. From the second year, you are asked to decide your majors and minors. Now, when it comes to your majors are concerned and minors are concerned, you are graduated only after receiving certain number of credits, which I'm sure you guys, you all must be aware how credit system works. You are graduated only after you accumulate 100 credit or 116 credit. That completely depends upon course to course. With one major and the semester wise portion what it goes or whatever you learn, you can again the flexibility of another level, where if you decide that minor is not really interesting, I am not happy with the minor, you can possibly go with two majors. You can decide English media studies with economics and finance. Now these are interdisciplinary majors. It also has two majors in it, so you can always go for four minors. So you can take computer science, I would do entrepreneurship, mathematics, and political science, or possibly philosophy and computer science. Completely diverse, which is completely diverse in terms of the approach. And what it really support is the co-curriculars, which is the other options what you get, which would again, as I told you, extend the horizon, where you enhance your theater, music, dance, filmmaking. This again provides you perspective, and this whole, as you say, a khichdi of the whole stuff, it only provides you options of choosing what you like. And that's what the beauty of liberal studies is. Now, this is only a framework of how Ashoka University works. Any one, any two, which is mentioned here, this would change course to course. So, in case major and minor, yes, if you want to go for major and minor, you can go for four minors, you can go for two majors, completely on your flexibility. Okay, moving to the subjects, okay, what it covers. If you are interested, science student, do we have any science student here? Can we get a raise of hand? Do we have any science student here? All right, we don't have science student, no raise of hand. All right. However, if any of your friends looking at doing science or interested, they can go for economics, psychology, mathematics, physics, computer science, chemistry, and biology. These are the options which is available with them. With BA honors, the options again is a variety. You can go with the list of, options which is available for you. Co-curriculars, as I mentioned, theater, performing arts, music, and creative writing. Now let's look at the top universities we have here in India region-wise. Okay. So starting with North, we have Ashoka University, one of the top renowned university in India. OP Jindal next. And in North, we also have Bennett University. In the West region, people look, coming from Mumbai, NMIMS, Symbiosis School of Liberal Studies, which is again a very good name there. Flame University, I'm sure a lot of you must have heard that. MIT WPU, this is again one of the universities which is in West, which is in Pune. PDEU, it's in Gandhinagar, that's Gujarat. Azim Premji University, Christ and Kriya University, all these three are down south, which is in Bengaluru and Sri City. All these universities have very good courses when it comes to liberal studies, and definitely have very good name when it comes to the value of degree is also concerned. Moving to the next part, what we have is the top universities in India. What we have, the first one, undoubtedly, hands down, is Ashoka University, founded way back in 2010. They are the first one to start with something like liberal studies in India, and the way they are going ahead with the approach towards the education and liberal studies is commendable. This is what their tuition fee, residence, and what exactly your average every year cost would look like, which is around 11 lakhs, 8,000 precisely. The hostel, the quality of education is something which is completely worth, but what you experience there is what really makes it worthwhile. Moving ahead, the criteria. So while you are applying for Ashoka University, what Ashoka University looks at. Ashoka University will look at your grades. So it is extremely important for all of you to have good grades above 90, above 94. It's say the more the merrier. It's the same thing. The better the grades, the chances becomes better. Not 100% though, but it becomes definitely better. They will look at your overall profile. In the last many years, I have actually helped students to get into Ashoka University, and I can tell you the overall profile is very, very important. They look at the sincerity of a student, what exactly student has done throughout the time, whenever the school start, for the whole day, what exactly he does, how he's building up his profile. Does he have a presence, in terms of internet is concerned? Is he doing something or giving back to the society? If he is pursuing something, how well he is doing it. Everything is being looked at. Internships, project work, working with NGOs. That's exactly what they look at. Communication skills. Now, you need to make sure that you work on your communication skills from now, because that is again a very important aspect what they look at. Engagement with the subject. Now, the engagement of a subject, it would mean that if you say that you're looking at economics, they really want to know, what do you know about economics? What have you done to learn about economics? We casually say that I like this, but what do you do to pursue it? This is going to be your career. You better be serious. And that's what they test you. And this testing normally happens in their personal interview round, which is a very lovely conversation which happens. They make you feel comfortable, but they make sure that they get the answers they are looking out for, and they know that you are the right candidate, in the campus. Your interest and your potential. Now, two different things. What are your interests and what exactly the level of potential you show while in your application form, in the personal interview, in your aptitude test. Overall, everything will be looked at very closely. Moving ahead, what is the admission process? I am sure this is something which would have been discussed. Anybody knows admission process? I mean, it is right here. So I was a little quick in terms of clicking my mouse here. So the admission process. First is the application form. Application form has quite many sections. Then once you fill the application form, you get an email for a test, which is called an Ashoka aptitude test. Now, this aptitude test is similar to what you would give for any entrance test. It is time bound. Marking is not something which they kind of they speak about, but yes, it's almost to an extent it's something similar to what you give for the section is again the same. It has quant, it has verbal, it has logical reasoning. Once you clear your aptitude test, you receive an communication with them that you have an interview with the panel. And once you give your interview with the panel, post that you get an email that you are getting a conditional offer, or you get a confirmed offer. Now, what is a conditional offer? Conditional offer would mean that they will demand that you clear your 12th with a certain percentage. Why they are asking? Because they start their application process in October itself. So in October, towards the end of October, they will start their portal and they would have your first deadline sometime in the month of November. What does this mean? This means that before you even give your board exams, you secure a seat in a university, which also means it is very crucial that you clear the 12th with the kind of predictive scores which is showing up, that you predict that I might be able to score a 95. You better score that kind of numbers, and that's where the conditional offer comes into picture. Now, Ashoka University, if we are talking about, we are also talking about the fact that it has a very lengthy application. Okay, so they would ask, in case if you fill a normal फॉर्म में क्या पूछते हैं? पर्सनल डिटेल्स होते हैं, यस, यहाँ पे पर्सनल डिटेल्स भी होंगे, but it will be of another level, which would mean that they would ask your mom dad's college. They would ask what kind of education they have had, college का नाम, education details, designation, monthly income. That goes your personal information. A signature, they would require a little bit of you signing it, and a photograph need to be uploaded of your signature. Then becomes your academic information. Now, this is where you will have to look at predictive scores. So they would look at your 10 scores, your 11 scores, and all of you who would be going for an early cycle, which is starting from October, November cycle, you will have to ask your predictive scores from your school if they are giving you that. Predictive scores are nothing but whatever scores you have been achieving, an estimated number is what school gives to each and every student. If the school is not giving you those predictive numbers, you will have to predict your own scores and mention the school counselor details in the application form. And that's what the academic information talks about. Then they ask for a letter of recommendation. Now, letter of recommendation is nothing but somebody whom you know. It can be a teacher, a mentor, somebody who know you very well. He would just write about what exactly he feels for you, what he's been seeing you, okay, in terms of your growth, and also why he feels that you are a deserving candidate for Ashoka. Now, you cannot write the letter. The person will receive an email with the questions and he need to answer those questions. So what you would have to give is the person's name, email address, contact details, how you are related to the person, his designation, lot of information. But trust me, the whole process becomes worth it because you're trying for a university which is completely having international standards. Their main highlight of the whole application becomes the personal essay. Okay, now personal essay are the introspective essays where they try to test your personality, and there are certain prompts or topics which are given. I will give you an example of the same, but it will help you to write the essay and be with the topic. Post that, we have extracurricular activities. Now, whatever you have done up till now, swimming kiya hai, skating kiya hai, if you have done dance, if you have been doing possibly artistic work, helping with NGO, this is the time where you mention. But it is not about only mentioning. You will have to give the dates. From which date till which date you were working on this. And then a little 150 worder or a 100 worder just to understand what you learned from it. So सिर्फ ये नहीं लिखना है कि हाँ मैंने skating किया, but what did you learn in this 8 years of skating? How many competition did you win? The certificates need to be highlighted there. Post that your preferences, as I did mention earlier, they don't ask you about your which what you really want to opt for. They give you preference list. There are three options. You can choose three, but it's not that they will hold this against you. You can change it later on. Something which is missed here, what they normally or what they ask for also is basically the books. If you have not really been reading books, make sure that start reading books right now, because they would ask you to mention uh, at least one book. Ideally, students tend to have 10 because an avid reader will just go on writing, and they will ask you to write a little write up in terms of why it is your favorite book. So all that becomes a part of the application. Then what these are the examples of the personal essays which were there in 2023 and 2022. If you could choose any two fictional characters from a book, movie, or television series to be your friends, whom would you choose and why? Now, these are the thought processes which are very, you don't really think about it. Specifically, when when it has been asked and you know that whatever you would write, you will be kind of, they would understand, or they would just try to decode it as your personality. Because what you write is some or the other way, it's like a personality, what they are kind of, trying to understand. The first one, if you see, what is an idea, concept, or theory that you find interesting and why? In what ways have you examined and engaged with this topic? Again, these essays are very introspective. Introspective would mean that it will help you think, it will kind of force you to think in a very diverse way कि मैं क्या लिखूं. And I know that student go berserk कि ma'am, I would try to be writing something which is very over the top, something which will make me stand out. That is what you would be doing wrong. Be yourself is the key from the start. You would not be going ahead and writing anything which is not you. So all these things, when you're writing, it becomes an integral part, because most importantly, they read it and they will cross check or cross question you when you're sitting for your personal interview. You need to be very careful of what you write here. And here is the link. I would paste it for you guys, just in case if anybody want to know a little bit more about the campus insider which we did with Ashoka students. Okay, all these students have been following, one is doing psychology, the other one was doing economics. This will help you. This is the link, kindly copy paste it. It will definitely help you. This campus insider would give you a clear information in terms of what is liberal studies university would look like, how exactly it works, how their day looks like. So this will definitely help you. Now let's move on to the next university, which is Kriya University, which is down south. Also to mention, Ashoka University has no application fee. So in case if you just want to experience the whole thing, you can go ahead and apply, because you're not losing out on anything. There is no application fee there. While Kriya, which is in Andhra Pradesh, free city, will actually charge you a mere 100 rupees. They also offer you IPM. So the IFMR Graduate School of Business is for students who are looking at BBA and IPM, and School of Interwoven Arts and Sciences, that is the Kriya University Liberal Studies School. And if you see the fees, liberal studies is costing around 995 per annum, while the IPM, which is the first year course, will be around 580. It will be, again, you would be paying on semester basis. The whole schedule is available on their website if you wish to go ahead and check. Admission process is exactly the same. No, nothing changes here. Application form, Kriya aptitude test, again on the similar lines. Your interview with panel, before that, last year they have not done it, but Kriya immersive case, if this year it happens, not too sure. Last year it wasn't done. So what is Kriya immersive case? So basically it will be a case study. Before the interview, possibly there are 20, 25 students. You all will be kind of, you are supposed to be joining them online, and then you will be divided into groups. And all these groups will be, you would be working together. Now they will show you a certain PPT. It will be a senior who will interact with you, and they will show you a PPT. To give you example, last to last year when KIC was conducted, they showed a PPT, or the case was Statue of Unity. Now, Statue of Unity, how much cost it incurred to build a statue like that? Uh, was it right or wrong? Now they gave a lot of information. What was the budget? What was the controversy? What exactly was the raw material which was used? But the outcome was, do you think was it good or bad? Now, when you write this whole point of yours, you are given Google Sheet individually. You're supposed to be writing, and then with the group, you're supposed to present whether you feel the Statue of Unity is being built in was the right decision, or was it not? And post that, immediately, you are divided into rooms, and then you do a interview with the panel. That is what is KIC, which is Kriya Immersive Case. And then once you are done with it, you are given the decision again for your 12th grades, conditional offers or confirmed offers, completely dependent upon your grades and the overall profile. Application here again requires the similar kind of information what you see with Ashoka. Application process, personal story. Now, what they give you is a personal story, a little different from Ashoka University. But the best part is a 750 word essay about yourself, or you can sing, make a video, upload. You can dance, make a video, upload. Or possibly, if you are good at stand up comedy, make one, upload. A PPT about yourself. Go ahead. If you want to make one, everything. So basically, they just want to understand about you. Why are you looking forward to join Kriya? And how exactly Kriya would be able to help you shape your future. Prompts would be provided, but here a twist, they give you a liberty of uploading, either writing it if that's what your forte, go ahead, write it. If you're a singer, make sure you you just write a song about yourself. Academic section, extracurricular section, personal details, additional information, everything remains the same, which I mentioned earlier. They would require your mom, dad's college name, in terms of what exactly degree they have, designation they have. In terms of academic, they would require your ninth, your 10th. Yes, they will ask your ninth standard details, 10th standard information, 11th, and then predictive scores again. If you can give the predictive scores, fantastic. If your school or college can give it, fantastic. If not, then you can predict yourself and mention your school email and a number with the Kriya University can connect with the school directly. Extracurricular section will have your section which will be something which will divide the extracurriculars in terms of, was it done academically or non-academically? Now, what is academically? Something which you have done because school, it was a part of your school curriculum. Like you tend to visit NGOs, in a part of your school a project where they take you to an NGO, you are required to do something. You have done something which was a part of the curriculum. That's how it is termed as academic. What is non-academic, which you do outside school? Like if you are a person who's been learning dance, on your own, or possibly after your school hours, then that ideally becomes your non-academic. Academic also means debates, Academic would also means, any kind of competitions you have won in the school. That's how it will be termed, or it will be divided. With this, we move to the Flame University, which is located in Pune, Maharashtra. This is one of, again, a very renowned university in Mumbai, Maharashtra. West side, it's definitely popular, and very popular for the kind of hostels they have. It's, my students say, it's a five-star resort. So the kind of hostel services and the residence, the complex hostel facilities is very, very good. Application fee 2,000 rupees. If you're looking forward to apply for Flame University, you would be paying 2,000 rupees as an application fee there. Again, the process is the same. Application, then you go for an entrance test, then you go for a personal interview, and then they give you the offer. If you see, all these three universities have a similar kind of a format. Okay, there is no change in terms of their application, uh, a little here and there, but everything remains the same. The reason being, what they are looking out in a student is the same. They are looking out for a person who has good communication skill, who is sincere, who is definitely having a very good profile, who is definitely good when it comes to the grades is concerned, and who understands what he's looking forward to do. At least he has that little passion about the subject he's looking forward to follow. So all these things would be again the same with Flame University. The only difference here would be that they would be asking you a statement of purpose. Now, this statement of purpose is divided into three questions. The first question would be asking about why they are looking at joining Flame University, why you're looking at joining Flame University, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, and what exactly your future aspirations are after joining Flame University. And then it will be a yes or no question. For the past 2 years, the question has been constant, which is creativity and innovation. Is the something on, do you agree that creativity and innovation is the driving force in a student's life? And that's how you write every particular essay will have a word limit, and everyone writes a similar essay. That's the part with Flame. With Ashoka, you write the same essays. The prompts are similar for everyone. It's just that whatever you write, that will be read again in Flame University, because they cross question of about what you write. Same thing goes with Kriya. Part four. Now, after all these discussion, I'll tell you how exactly IMS will help you. Now, the services which I'm about to tell you, all this is included for all the classroom students. All the classroom enrolled students can approach me directly for, in case if you're looking forward to apply for any of the universities. This three definitely, but beyond that, if you're looking at support with any other university, I would be there to help you with one-on-one sessions, one-to-many sessions, and anything related to the application aspect. Online students, this is something you will have to enroll separately for it. Okay, and if you wish to enroll for it separately, I would provide you with this link of Google form. What you need to do is you just need to make sure that you are filling this Google form, and I will connect with you personally, and we can have a discussion in regards with what you are looking forward to do. I am pasting this in the chat box for everyone. You can fill the Google form. Now let's look at what exactly IMS would help you one-to-one sessions. Now, each and every essays, whether it is Kriya, whether it is, for that matter, Stopney or OP Jindal, also provides you with supplementary questions. Once you fill out the OP Jindal form, post that every form or every subject you apply for, there are around 3 to 4 supplement questions. For example, if you apply for economics, they would ask you, why would you want to join economics? What is your take on the economic situation currently in India? Or they would ask you about what is a theory in economics which you can connect with and give an example. But it can be something different as well, because it changes every year. TAPME provides you or asks you a statement of purpose if you're applying for IPM with TAPME. TAPME will ask you statement of purpose and there will be prompts given to you. All these essays, SOPs, personal stories, we would have a one-on-one session with you. I would be the one who would be helping you. So you would be having a one-on-one session, brainstorming what ideas to go for, what to write, what not to write. Essay, SOPs, personal essay topics, everything is something which will go one-on-one. Three mock personal interviews because personal interview becomes extremely crucial for any of these universities. So if you are looking at personal interviews, any of these universities, personal interview becomes a kind of a filter. If you are if you're working hard and if you don't clear the personal interview, you would not be able to get through. Uh, Post-admission consulting, at times, a lot of students, specifically Ashoka, is very renowned for giving 100% financial aid. So we help you making sure that you get your financial aid. If you're getting three offers, post-admission consulting is something which you would be able to help. Uh, all the students will get two sim tests each, making sure that you don't go prepared for the war, don't go unprepared for the war. So before you go for any of the tests, you will be giving these tests with us, which is the sim test. And as the portal would start, we will have a one-to-many sessions, whether it comes to critical writing, in terms of how you approach the essay, so on and so forth. All right, then, thank you so much for joining this session. I hope it's helpful and have a lovely weekend and study well.